Okay, who am I? I'm Eric. I'm working since 8 years in the games industry, first as a PR manager for the German Publishers Association, and later on as a game designer. And worked for different companies on adventurous games like Time the Sorcerer, and later on the Dark Eye Demonicon was the biggest project I worked on as a creative director. And with my friend and associate Andre, who's over there, we founded the company Vaza. And we're doing serious games and gamification. For now we are working on 2 projects. The first project is a kind of game to find what is your talent, your good career in the games industry, if you're interested in getting into it, like having a quiz, having questions, having tips to get into the games industry in Germany. It will be an app for iOS and Android. And the second project, which is still in the which we try to get money from the media board, is about politics, about refugees in Europe. It's we want to reflect about how the system of why refugees try to get into Europe and where are the problems, the main topics and issues with the catastrophes happening on the frontiers to North Africa. So it will be a bit more heavy game, a bit more serious, and it will try to do it still, but we hope that it will be fun anyway, but even if you have fun, it will make you feel like, oh wow, what is happening in that game. So that is what we aim for in the next year. Okay, let's do this. Gamification is a gold mine. You can do anything with gamification, and even the most boring tasks and mundane things can be better if you use gamification. At least this is a thing a lot of people think, especially marketing specialists. They're using things like leaderboards, points, awards, level ups, these kind of things that can be quite working well. But at the same time, I think that there is much more in gamification than that. That we have to look more from a game design point of view. And to do this, okay, I will show you 3 examples of best practices in gamification that are quite inspiring because 2 of them don't even need computers to do it. They are quite successful campaigns. The first one is about car accidents in Sweden. The world in 2010, 2 million people died by car accidents, and Sweden wanted to reduce in their country the number of car accidents, so they worked together with Volkswagen to initiate a campaign to raise awareness about speed limits. And to do that, Volkswagen had a kind of challenge for game designers to design that campaign. And a game producer from San Francisco came up with an excellent idea called the speed ticket lottery, and it's very simple. In Stockholm they had radars all over the city. And if you would drive under the speed limit, you would get a green thumb and you would participate in the lottery. The lottery would be financed and funded by the people who would drive over the speed limit, would get a thumb down and have to pay a fine. So it was quite easy, it was simple, and it was a huge success. 20% less drove above the speed limit, so it was a success for Sweden and for safety. And for Volkswagen, it was a huge boost for their image and also for the sales of their cars. So success for both. Another good example is the Art Series Hotel, who wanted to boost their reservation during the off-peak season. So they devised a campaign for $80,000 called Steal Banksy. Steal Banksy is simple and it's amazing. Here I said a signed painting from the artist Banksy, who would be put in the hotel lobby. And if you were in the hotel, you have the possibility to try to steal the Banksy. If you would reach to steal it, and keep it without getting caught, you could keep it. If you would get caught, you had to put it back in the lobby. It was simple and it was really amazing because a lot of people tried, and it had media coverage in 61 countries, and even celebrities like Serena Williams, for example, tried even to participate in that. So it was well beyond the hopes of the art series or what they achieved with this really simple game. In a bit more serious tone, the London Metropolitan Police addressed a serious problem, youth criminality, especially the knifings in the London area, where a lot of young people died by injuries caused by violent fights with knives. So they devised a quite a good campaign, a bit more classical than the two other ones, in these choose-your-own-adventure style games. It was called Choose a Different Ending, and it was YouTube videos where you could watch, and at the end of each video you could make a choice. And depending on your choice, you would see another video. Most of the time, if you would take the violent possibilities, like take the knife and then get in a fight, you would meet a gruesome end, or you would injure someone, and it would have a bad end for you. At the same time, if you would not use violence, if you would don't take a knife, the end you would come to a party and everything would be fine in a different ending, and you would even have the possibility of a little reward to download a song. So this was for the Metropolitan Police. It generated a lot of attention, media attention. It had more than 2 million clicks for the videos. And it was up to now, it was the most successful campaign that the Metropolitan Police of London ever had in their whole history. So as a summary, I don't think that the classical mechanics we know about gamification are bad, but you have to use them carefully. You have to think about it not from a marketing perspective, like a loyalty program. You have to think like a game designer. And to think about like a game designer means to think what will engage people. Engage people means giving them a valuable experience that challenges them, that is exciting for them, that they want to share with their friends, that it's much more than just gaining a few points by clicking on something. A good example is Nintendo with the Nintendo Wii, which really engaged older people, older citizens, to play like all these bowling games, etc. So they reached a whole new generation, older generation, and made them play games. So to agree with the famous designer Jane McGonigal, if we really try to make gamification, which you wouldn't use as a word, exciting, we have to just try to make it so interesting, challenging and fun that it will have an impact, it could have an impact on everyday life by enriching it. Thanks for being so patient, that is your achievement, and thanks for listening.